Welcome everybody to my first official episode of my podcast, Viviendo Powerful with Evelyn. I just want to start off by saying literally thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the freaking support that you guys have given me. I definitely did not expect that much support. I honestly didn't even expect anybody to care that I would start a podcast. That was my mentality. I was like, oh, I'll start it, but then people would actually listen. I don't know about that. But you guys have proven me wrong, and that's so freaking incredible. And I literally want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for just giving me that support that I definitely did not expect, but that I'm so grateful for. But yeah, so thank you. This is the first official episode. I kind of had things planned in my head, but now that I have the mic, I'm like, crap. I actually don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know. But like I said, this podcast is going to be dedicated to sharing my experiences with you. You know what's going on in my life. You know what's happening. What's the deal? What we doing? Just all that. I was gonna say good stuff, but I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be good stuff, especially today's episode. So today's episode, well, first of all, it is September 24th. I don't It's September. Oh my freaking god. It's August 25th. I honestly have no idea where my head is at right now. And I know. I'm sorry. It's for sure not September. It's August 25th. Wow. Dude, August went by so quickly. It's crazy. Um I just can't believe it's freaking August. What? Wait. I mean, I believe it's August. Of course, I believe it. I just can't believe it's August 25th. We literally have, 6 days left of August. So, that's the crazy part for me. But, the note that I don't even know what freaking day it is. Let's start with the news. Let's start with what's happening in today's world. I'm gonna start with local news first. Well, it's not really local news, but it's news here in Colorado, which is where I am currently at right now. So I've been seeing a lot. So first of all, I want to say if you're a college kid, I know a lot of my friends are just starting college and they're in state. So if you are one of those people that just started college this week, oh my freaking god, congratulations. Dude, you made it. You literally worked 12, 13 years to get to college and now you're there. Wow, that's so freaking incredible. And I am so freaking proud of you. Congratulations. And even if you didn't start college this week, if you started a week ago or a couple weeks ago, you made it. You did it. And I am 100%, not even 100, I'm like 1,000 or whatever a big number is. I am so proud of you, dude. You are doing great things. And I wish you the freaking best in these next 4 years or 6 years or 8 years. Which, if you're doing more than 4 years, dude, literally what? ¿Estás bien? I'm just kidding. No. But congratulations to you. Wow. I could never. I'm only going to 4 years, so 6 or 8 years. Oh, may God be with you. But on that note, a lot of schools went back into school, and that's scary because we're in the middle of a global pandemic. If you did not know that, yeah, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. I don't know where you've been for the couple of months, but yeah, just heads up. But so what's making the news so far is CU Boulder. CU Boulder, I don't know much about CU Boulder. I did stay there last summer, 10 days. The campus is so beautiful, and but I did not love it. But if you are in CU Boulder right now, let us know what the heck is happening, because CU Boulder has been making the news. So apparently last weekend was a very big party weekend. Which, dude, come on, we're in a global pandemic. And it wasn't just small little get-togethers. No, the pictures that are going around are of huge college parties. And it's making people mad, especially the residents of Boulder, which, of course, if you're a resident and all these college kids are coming and they're just not social distancing, not wearing masks, of course you would be mad. So yeah, see you Boulder. Let us know what's happening. But they have been in the news because of that. And what I've heard is that they are trying to discipline and they are trying their best. The college itself is trying to discipline, and if they catch you at a college party and you are a CU Boulder student, you will get suspended. So if you're out partying and you're a CU Boulder student, I suggest you probably shouldn't do that, man. Like, I mean, cada quien, but like, come on, man. Don't get suspended. You're paying. Estás pagando tanto dinero para ir y nomás para irte y perder todo por ir a una fiesta, como que no. Like, get it together, man. But I mean, cada quien, like, you're free to do whatever you want, but don't be complaining when you get suspended. And honestly, that goes for all colleges. Like, even if you don't get suspended, like, dude, probably shouldn't be out there partying porque uno nunca sabe. Si se enferma, enfermas a muchos otros más. Y pues, eso pues no vale la pena. Por tanto dinero que estás pagando y te enfermas y... Especially like one person can ruin it for the whole campus, and like they could go online fully, and like, dude, don't be that person. Like, don't, like, hey, why did the campus shut down? Oh, because one, I mean, obviously it's gonna be more than one student, but like, you'll be part of it. But yeah, and a little more sad news. Wildfires here in Colorado have been going crazy. And it's been really sad. I didn't even know about this. Well, I knew about it, but like I hadn't done my research about it until I had to look it up for this podcast. But so Greeley, Windsor, and Platte firefighters have been sent to the Pine Gulch and Cameron Peak fires. The firefighters are volunteers. They are certified as wildland firefighters, which just means they receive extra training. So here last week, here in Greeley, Colorado, the sun was red. It literally looked like a Snapchat filter was like outside. Like you walked outside and it looked like the sun was rising, and it looked like a Snapchat filter, which I had no idea that was the reason why. So of course I was like, wow, like this is so pretty. I'm like, God, you really doing your thing up there. But listen, it actually wasn't really pretty because it's killing so many of the earth. Like, dude, it's crazy. So, but I literally thought it looked pretty because it looked like a Snapchat filter, which I, of course, because of the brainwashing that Snapchat has done to me and the high beauty standards that Snapchat filters have created, I just thought it was pretty, and I didn't even freaking realize that it was because of the wildfires, which makes me feel so arrogant and like so superficial. But I mean, that's why you gotta do your research, and you gotta, be like, yo, why? Like, it looks pretty, but like, why? So, lesson learned. I will be more self-aware that, but especially me, because I am such a, like, I don't know how, I am such an advocate to, like, sustainable living, to help our planet, because our planet is really dying. Like, it really is. All these oil rigs, all this use of plastic, like, it's a lot. And I try to do my part. Of course, I'm not perfect, obviously, but I try to reuse as many things, especially in a Hispanic household. ¿Cómo somos con las bolsas? Like, si vamos a la tienda, vamos a agarrar bolsas, y pues tú sabes, esas bolsas se van a usar para llevar lunch, para otro basurero, o para guardar cosas. Like, we really do reuse a lot of the bags. But I have reusable bags, so I don't really get like those plastic bags anymore. But honestly, like, I don't know, I'm just trying to do the best I can, help our little planet, because God, our planet is so fucking beautiful. And every time I go to the mountains, I just think, could it be more beautiful? Like, if we were just a little bit like more helpful towards the planet and took better care of it, would it look even more beautiful? Like, that's just always something that comes into my head when I'm up in the mountains. I'm like, this is so beautiful. Like, why would we want to destroy this? Literally, like, why? But, all those freaking, que quieren dinero, quieren más y más y más, pues, they don't care at what cost. They just quieren su dinero. So that was really sad. But I really hope that more rain comes to Colorado and California, because the same things are happening in California. And actually, California is a little bit worse than ours. I mean, the wildfires in California have been going on for a really long time, but the firefighters over there and the fire departments are really understaffed, and they are so underfunded. So it makes it really difficult for them to try to contain these fires when they do not have the resources, they do not have the manpower to get control of it. And so many homes are being destroyed, and so many amazing like nature views are being destroyed, and it's just really sad to know that that is happening. But yes, and that is happening. So getting back to politics, and I know anytime somebody says politics, I'm like, girl, but it is something we have to talk about. You know, it's something that is happening and that is super relevant today. So I just have to talk about it. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't like talking about politics, or you don't know, like, if you don't like it, like, you can skip over this, but I don't really suggest you skip over this, because politics, like, you kind of have to know them too. Like, you don't like them, but like, you have to know them, you know, like, I mean, again, like, you have control. Like, this is why it's audio, so like, you can skip over anything you would ever like, you know, like, yeah. So if you don't want to talk about politics, skip it. Don't suggest it, but you know, cada quien, you know, I'm not gonna make you do anything. But yes, and it's not even that, like, come on. Anyways, so the National Democratic Convention was last week, and of course it was official that Kamala Harris will be Joe Biden's vice president if he wins the nomination, which, I mean, is something historic. Like, African American woman for the first time is going to be on the official ballot of a big party, of the Democratic Party. So it is a big win. Now, Harris did run for president. She did, you know, talk crap about Biden, but like, I mean, they all talk crap about each other, you know? So like, honestly, there's so much drama in politics that I'm really not, like, I'm really shocked that there's not a telenovela about, like, based about, well, politics on the US politics, of course, because, you know, telenovelas are mostly produced in Mexico. But like, you know how good of a telenovela that'd be? Like, bro, like, a cada rato están, tú hiciste esto, pero tú te metiste así. And like, I think it'd make a good ass telenovela. Like, I'd watch it. And I don't even watch telenovelas anymore, but like, I'd watch that telenovela. And I mean, they should also make it educational, because like, dude, like, it's about politics. So, I mean, I don't know, but that was not the purpose of it. But yes, the Democratic convention did happen, and honestly, it's I think it was a 3 or 4 day long convention. So every single day, they would have it live on TV, and they'd have like just guest speakers, and they'd have, you know, like, little videos on who Joe Biden is, and who his wife is, and who his family is. So many people came out to endorse Joe Biden, to say vote for him. And among those guests were, of course, Michelle and Barack Obama. And I'm not gonna lie, I did cry. Like, if you just watched their speech, like, you would just get it. And I mean, I know I'm such an emotional person. Like, dude, you could literally do anything and I would cry. But like, you know, it's just, with everything that's happening right now, you just really needed like that motivational like speech, you know, the one that's like, yes, like, I can do this, like, yes, I will do it, yes, we have to make a change, yes, a revolution is gonna happen, we need to make change. And I mean, I only feel like that when I'm listening to like the Hamilton like soundtrack, because like, whoa, let me tell you, that Hamilton soundtrack, and then like, it's all about politics too, so like, I don't know. But yes, I did cry. And the quote that stuck out to me most is Michelle Obama's speech, is that we have to vote. We have to vote like our lives depend on it, because it does. And I'm like, bro, she's right. Like, our lives really do depend on who wins the presidential nomination, who wins to become president in this election. And it is so important to vote. Vote. Please. Like, I saw this, I posted it on Instagram on my story, and it was I can look it up right now and I can get up. I'm on the floor right now in my bedroom and my phone's on my bed. So like technically I could get up and go like look and like recite the quote. But you see, I'm already down here and like to get up like I'm sorry, but I do remember kind of it. Like I remember the like gist of it, so I'm just gonna say the gist of it. So I'm so sorry, but that's why you should follow me on Instagram. You know, not gonna like promote myself, but like you should follow me on Instagram. Like, but yes. So it was about voting for Joe Biden. Of course, we don't love Joe Biden. But if we don't vote for Joe Biden, it means not even giving a chance to make some change. Because Donald Trump's presidency, we literally have no say. It literally feels like so many people are powerless. And that's literally trash. But with Joe Biden, having him as a president, we can make more change. He's way more progressive. I mean, I can go off on the great things that could happen with Joe Biden as president instead of Donald Trump. But I mean, we could save that for another episode because that is not what my episode is going to be about today. But yes, so please, please, please vote. So now getting away from politics, I also want to talk about all these different protests. If you believe that the protests have gone away, have stopped, you are very strongly mistaken. In Wisconsin, there was a black man who was shot. I didn't do my research on this, I'm so sorry, but I will do it better. So he was shot and his kids were present. So more protests have started about this. This was in Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken. And again, I'm so sorry. I realize now that I should do better research. But you know, now I know and I will for sure do that. But so many protests have started about that, and it's again like the Black Lives Matter movement, because that movement is still alive. That movement has not died. I mean, you probably don't see it as much all over your social medias like when it first started, but that movement has not died. There's still so many people, so many people protesting, so many people starting petitions, starting all these resources to educate others, and they've been doing so much. But it just makes me so sad, like all this protest, but it is still happening. And it's not like it hasn't happened, like, oh, like George Floyd, oh, now this one. No. Police brutality is happening every single day. And it's not like, just because it's not on social media, just because it's not on television, does not mean that it doesn't happen. Of course it happens every single day. And it's the freaking United States. There's 50 countries, there's so many towns. It is happening every single day. Police brutality does not take vacation, and it is happening every single day. So I'm following the story, but I am kind of confused. But I will try to have more information about it too, because it barely happened a couple of days ago, so there's also not new information. His brother did come out today to talk to the media and press. I unfortunately did not watch it, so I do not know exactly what he said, but his kids were present and his kids are traumatized. Like, if that would happen to anybody, you'd be traumatized. If they killed your father in front of you, you would be traumatized. So it isn't something should be like, oh, another one. And that's so freaking sad to say. Like, oh, it was another one. Another kid had to see their parents suffer because of their skin color. Like, that's such a load of BS. But yeah, unfortunately, it's another person. But more people are starting to protest. And actually, today I saw we were going college dorm shopping. So where I live, it's like this center place. There's Target, Ross, and like every single place. And I don't know my streets, but the highway before getting there, and this is the highway that leads to Loveland and, you know, Fort Collins. But that highway, there was four people at each light stop. Not, is that what it's called? Each light post? Like, at the light, there's 4 people, one in each corner, and each person was holding up a sign. And I for sure wish I would have taken pictures or like a video, but I just was like so freaking happy to see people try to say something about it, especially in my community. Like, it just made me so happy that I completely forgot to like take out my phone and to. But one sign said it's time for change. The other sign said Black Lives Matter, and I did not see what the other two people were holding up, like what their signs were holding up, but it made me so happy. And like I kind of wanted to get off the car and be like, yo, I am standing with you. This is a fight for everybody, because it's not a fight for just, you know, black lives. It's a fight for every single buddy. It's about equal rights. It's about being treated like a human, not like it shouldn't matter your skin color, your sexual orientation, or anything. It just matters that if you're human, you should have basic human rights. Like, I don't know why that's so difficult for so many people to understand. Like, bro, I'm 18 years old and I can figure it out. My brother is 12 years old and he can figure it out. My little sister is 10 years old and she can figure it out. So I have no idea why other people can't figure it out. Like, bro, like, it's 2020. If you are not trying to figure it out by now, you are for sure living in the past. And it's I'm gonna hate to break it to you, but a revolution is coming, so beware. And don't say I didn't warn you, because this is your warning, I guess. But I'm not that type of person to warn people, so like, also don't take it like, yo, I'm gonna beat you up, because I for sure cannot beat anybody up, because bro, I am such a short girl that I cannot beat anybody up, which is why I do not get in fights, because I already know, like, shit, if I get in a fight, like, bro, that person's gonna knock me out in 2 seconds. So fighting is just not my thing, because I already know I'm gonna lose. So that's why I fight with my words. Because physical fighting, you see, you're just gonna see me end up on the floor, and like that's just gonna be too embarrassing. And pues no, es pues soy bien llorona. Y pues perdedora y llorona, pues como que no. Entonces mejor me quedo así, sentada, sin pelear, así mejor. Tengo que decir algo, pues lo digo, lo escribo o hago algo, pero yo no peleo, no físicamente. But yeah. Okay, so now we're done with the news, we're done with the gist of everything. Let's get to what this podcast is gonna be about today. And I feel like I said I wasn't gonna cry, but like now that I'm trying to talk about it, like I might start crying. So I don't know what I'm gonna title my podcast yet, but why am I leaving? As many of you guys know, and as I said in my trailer, which I kept like hearing over and over again, and I mentioned oh my god, I can't even say it now. Can't even pronounce it. Wow. Okay. I am going to college in Chicago. I said that, I feel like I said that in my trailer like 5 times, and it was not to brag. Oh my god, if you took it like I was bragging, or if you took it like I was trying to like make myself feel like la muy, that is not it. I was really nervous making that trailer. So yeah, but it was not to be like, oh, look at me, like I'm going to Chicago. And now I'm saying it so many times now, so I'm like, oops, sorry if I'm annoying. But that is not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to, I don't know what I was trying to do, to be honest, in my trailer. I just wanted to get content out, which is, now that I'm realizing, not the greatest way. But then again, I don't know. I'm learning. We're learning. But yes, that is gonna be what we're gonna talk about today, and my experience with that so far. Like I said, I come from a Hispanic household. My parents are both from Guatemala. My whole family's from Guatemala. I don't really have anybody else. I mean, I have my aunt that she's from Mexico. She's from Chihuahua, and she's practically the one that raised me. So that's why I think I have a lot of like Mexican traditions included in me, because she raised me pretty much my first, honestly, 5-6 years of life. So that's why I just love so many of the Mexican things. Oh my freaking god, I swear. This is gonna help me with my pronunciation, guys, and just with the way I deliver words and how I sentence things. So these first episodes are gonna be a little rough, not gonna lie. So if you're like really picky about how like people talk and how they should like talk, right, like, ooh, you might suffer in these first podcast episodes, because I just don't know how to speak, I guess. But let me tell you about my writing. But anyways, yes. So that's And I am the oldest one in my family. I am the oldest, so of course that comes with its own challenges. I am like the first one in my family to ever do anything. I'm the first one to graduate. I'm the first one to go to college. I've had cousins go to college. Two of my cousins are in college right now. They're both in community college, and my other older cousin just graduated from community college as well, which is great for them. I am so, so proud of my cousins for those accomplishments. But like, they stayed here. They stayed in our little town. They stayed in state. So me making this big move all the way to pretty much the other side of the country is very impactful in my family, which I didn't think would be, but it is. And just my whole family. When I talk about like just my family, I am saying like my mom, my dad, and my siblings. But my whole family, which is like my 20 aunts, my actually I actually did a count. I have over 40 aunts and uncles in like all. My mom has 12 brothers and sisters, and my dad has 15. Wait, no. They both have more than 10 like siblings. So, yes, I do have like 20 like blood aunts and uncles, and then including their partners, it's like 40ish. And then, oh, let's not get started on my cousins because that's too much. But all of them have come to the United States, because I have so many more family in Guatemala. But all of them that have come to the United States, they've all stayed in state. So I am the first out of my whole family here in the States to go somewhere else for college, to go out of state. And so it's so, so scary, because I can't be like, oh, well, like, how did you adjust moving to this place? And how did you, meet people and all those sorts of things? I don't have anybody to go to. Like, for real, I don't have anybody to go to. So it's so scary, but it's also like kind of eye-opening. Like, wow. But the number one question I get asked from anybody that I tell them, oh, I am going out of state, is how can I be going to college so far? And at first so many people would ask me that, and I'd just be like, oh crap, like, you're right, why am I going? Like, and I was so, so sad about this. Like, I was pretty much sad like a couple weeks ago, because I kept thinking like, how can I be going to college so far? My life here is so, so good. And so many people think my life is perfect. They just look at the car I drive, they look at my house, they look at, the business my parents have, and they just look at the clothes I wear, and like, they just look at the things I post on social media, and they just think my life is perfect. Like, why would I want to go somewhere else? Why would I want to go out of state? Like, why would I want to leave my house? Like, am I dumb? And yes, I am dumb. Just to answer that question, sí, soy una pendeja. Yes, just gonna confirm it. But that's not really it. I'm always that person of, hey, if I have the opportunity to leave, I will leave. And I have always known that this place is just not for me. This town that I am from, it's not where I want to be my whole life. It's not where I want to grow. It's not where I want to have my college years. I didn't even want to have my teenage years here, but I obviously didn't have a choice. My family was not going to move just because I wanted to. But ever since middle school, I said, I am going to leave this place. Once I have the opportunity to leave, I will leave. But so this is a writing I did a couple days ago. Yes, I was crying. I was crying when I wrote this. But I feel like this is what I have to say. So, how can I be going to college so far away? No friends, no family, no one I know there. That's how starting over works. And every place here I have a memory, good and bad. Driving around, flashbacks come to me. What else can I do here when I feel like I've used up every place? I haven't been everywhere here in this little town, but I've been here 18 years of my life. I've met so many people. Good, but so many bad. One can try, but the bad wins most of the battles. So many people have let me down. Failed friendships, failed lovers, failed people. No core group of friends that people know and recognize. I never sat with those people at lunch and had that one group where they'll be like, oh, there's Evelyn and her girls, or there's them and Evelyn, they're always together. I never had that. No long term serious guy that I post and I'm always head over heels for. Honestly, boys will always be assumed to be disappointing. Like, I do not expect a guy to just come into my life and fix things. I do not expect a guy to just come and fix me. I don't have an expectation for boys. Well, that's a lie. I have a high expectation for boys. So if when I meet somebody and that boy doesn't meet those expectations, I don't really get bummed out. Like, I'm just like, oh, kind of assume that. It's the numerous failed friendships for me. The one that got mad at me for not wanting to sit at the table with the popular kids and not letting her boss me around anymore. The one that replaced me went after the boys that I would have a crush on, a true Heather. Tell me that our friendship meant nothing to her. She made me cry every time we fought. The one that loved getting me drunk, used me so she wouldn't feel lonely, let me cry and vent to her for 7 days straight over the guy she had introduced me to, only to be texting him on the side, sending him body pictures, planning their future together, and flat out saying they didn't care what my reaction would be when I found out. Sad. She just used him to get together with her ex, very shortly after. The one that would constantly cancel on me throughout the 4 years, putting her boyfriends first, but also that short time she was single, she still didn't come through. These ones are just the highlights. Of course, there were many more, but these friendships meant the most throughout my life. That's why it hurt the most when they were gone. With every single one, I cried and hated a part of myself. Of course, I wasn't perfect. I bet every single one would say a flaw I have and how the destruction of the friendship was also my fault. They'd be telling their side of the story, as they should. What they did isn't the point anymore. What happened, happened. No going back. Now it's moving forward. But staying here just feels like staying. I don't see it getting better here. I only see new people maybe, but same failures. It is simply not enough. Now, I had so much more to say with that, but I wrote it and I got to the last sentence and I felt okay. And I write to let my feelings out. If I can't talk to somebody or if I can't do anything about it, I just write, which is why I love writing. And you will always find me with a piece of paper and a pen by my side, because some days you just need to let it all out. And for me, the way I let it out is just a piece of pen and paper. And this is also why I wanted to start a podcast, because I feel like it was time for people to know some of my writing. It was time for me to have the same outlet but use it for others. But going from that, and I'm not just going to college far away so I don't have any more failed friendships. Like, of course not. I know that once I leave, I will have more failed friendships. There will be more struggles over there, and there'll be different things that I will cry about, and different pains that I probably won't experience here. But the thing here is that I have so much history here that it truly feels like I can't make any more. And I want to be able to have that freedom of not knowing. And that sounds so weird to so many people. Like, why would you want to go in a place where you don't know anybody or where you don't know anything? But that's exciting to me. Like, not knowing. Like, my mom always said the best way to get to know places is to get lost. And I'm going there to get lost. I'm going there to, maybe I will end up in like an abandoned field. Actually, I really hope that doesn't happen now that I'm thinking about it. I really hope I don't end up in an abandoned field, because that's scary as fuck. But I'm going there to just get lost. I need new adventures. I need new things that will stress me out, that will make me want to cry, that will make me want to die, that would make me want to do so many things, that will give me new emotions. And I don't see myself growing in experiences and growing as a person here. like living at home is such, it's so like I can't even explain it, but you don't have real freedom. Like it's so different when you're on your own, when you're just there, where like nobody else is responsible for you. Like you can do whatever you want, and it's just you. And of course, I'm not like stoked about not having my mom there, because girl doesn't know how to cook, and I really don't know how I'm gonna feed myself. But that's also the great thing. Like, guess who's gonna have to learn how to cook? Like, I mean, I'll probably, ojalá, but like, ojalá no, pero I might burn down something, but as long as I don't burn down the whole freaking building, I think I'll be good. But I just need to leave. Like, it's just this growing like feeling that's just, it's like a ticking time. The more time I spent here, the more sad I get, the more confused I get, and the more the more I feel like I don't belong here. Like, one, my town is not great. Like, if I live in Greeley, Colorado. So if you've ever heard anything about Greeley, Colorado, first of all, literally where? Because it feels like it's nowhere, but it's growing so fast now, and it's crazy how fast it's growing. But even still, like, it's not great. Like, there's not a whole lot to do here. There's not a whole lot to experience. Like, honestly, whenever somebody wants to hang out, it's just like, oh, let's go get something to eat, bowling, and that's pretty much it. At least for me. Like, if you have a lot of things to do here, then good for you. But I'm not interested in meeting more people here. I'm not interested in just having the same cycle and staying here and staying in the same town, still driving the same streets. Like, that doesn't excite me, and I need to leave. Like, I can't fully explain it, and I hope that if you've had this feeling of leaving, that you understand where I'm coming from. And if you have had that feeling, if you can relate to that, I want you to know it's okay to want that. It's okay to want to leave. It's okay to, spread your wings, and it's okay to be scared. It's scary. It's so, so scary. I'm so terrified. But that's the fun of it. Like, when it's something that terrifies you, it's kind of, maybe, I mean, don't take this out of context. Don't be like, oh, it terrifies me, let me go do it. But if it terrifies you, it's a sign that you are going in the right direction, because you are doing something that you haven't done. And that's the whole point of it. So if you want to leave, leave. If there's something that you've been dying to do, but you're just so terrified, do it. You really have nothing to lose. I mean, of course, I have so much money to lose, but like, unless, so let's really hope I don't, F this up, this whole college thing, because, let me tell you, college is expensive, and boy, did it hurt my parents' pockets. But, that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but if you want to do something that absolutely terrifies you, go out and do it. If you want to go tell that guy that you like him, but you're terrified to, just do it. The worst thing that could happen is that he says no, and darn. And then you just go cry in your room if you're like me. But eventually you'll go over it. And of course you'll be over it in like literally half an hour. So, just do it. If you're wanting to make a big move, you want to go live somewhere else, do it. Like, we will never progress if we stay in the same place. No change is going to happen if we just stay put. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. And I think people just think I want to leave just because. And that's not true. I have so much trauma here. I've had so much bad experiences here. And not just the failed friendships that I was talking about, but I have so much things that I haven't even unpacked, which I don't even know if I'll ever share with anybody about the things I've experienced here. But it's just, I feel like it's not healthy for me to stay here anymore. I feel like as a person, I need to just leave. And it's so, so sad saying goodbye. But it's also like, I'm not gonna die. Like, I'm gonna continue being alive, and I will always be a phone call away, a text message away. Now, if you really want to be, all if you want to be all extra and stuff, I am looking for a couple pen pals. If you want to become a pen pal, let me know. Send me your ID. You can send me letters. So, but I'm not dying. Like, this change is gonna be big, and you won't see me as much. But that doesn't mean we're gonna lose communication. Like, we have so much technology today. Like, let's take advantage of it. Like, literally, even this podcast is a form of communication. So, like, the worst thing that could happen to me in Chicago is that I fail. But at least I know. Like, at least I had that experience. At least I can say, yo, I at least tried. I at least, tried. I tried to do college. I didn't succeed, but, it was fun. Like, I'm having a blast shopping already for college dorms. I'm having a blast communicating to my teachers, to the faculty of my school, just getting to know them. It has been fun. So honestly, wow. Now I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, crap. Like, if I fail, like, will it be really that bad? I mean, yes, we will lose. We will lose a lot of money, but I mean, money is material. Like, those experiences that you get in life, they're not worth any price. So, my takeaway from today's podcast, I guess, would be, if you want to do something that terrifies you and that scares you, do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your comfort zone is one of the best things to do, because you get those new experiences that you would have never gotten before. And like some of my favorite YouTubers, which is Yes Theory, if you do not watch them, I recommend watching them because they inspire so many people, and they're just they just come up with the craziest videos, but at the end they say so many powerful words. Their channel is called Yes Theory, and they're pretty much I don't know what it's called, I completely blanked, but their like mantra is seek discomfort, and I think that's amazing. So, although so many of my family members don't understand why I'm leaving, and so many of the people I went to school with are like, why are you leaving? Like, that's expensive. Like just take community classes. Like, it's fine. And I'm like, yes, it's fine. But I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this to get new experiences, to meet new people that I would never meet here in Greeley. So it's hard to know that some people don't believe in me, to know that some people don't understand that leaving is my choice. But I am utterly, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, so thankful that I have two supporting parents that, that's when those comments get to me. When those people say, like, why are you leaving? Like, because it really does hurt. It really does make me feel like they're not supporting me, and they feel like they don't approve. I can go to my parents, and I know how privileged I am just to have two loving parents that support me in everything I do. I do not take that for granted at all. Not any single day. I do not take my parents for granted, because they have done so much to me, and for them to be my support system like that, for them to tell me, hey, like, don't listen to them. Like, they're not the ones paying. They're not the ones that are sending you to college. They're not the ones that are going to college. You are, and we support you. And they're so happy for me. And my mom says it so like, she says it almost every day, especially now that I leave on Monday. And she like wants to get sad about it. She's like, oh, like, you're not gonna be here. But she says, no, I'm not gonna get sad, because you are going there to become a more intellectual person. You are going there to get more experiences. You are going there to do things that I would never have dreamed of doing myself. And it's just like, I would just want to make my parents proud. And I feel like staying here, I mean, staying here and going to, our UNC and University of Northern Colorado, or our community college, I mean, they'd still be proud of me. But I feel like I'm that person that go big or go home, So I might as well just go all in. It's all or nothing. So this is my dream, and my dream is leaving. And my parents support me, so I really shouldn't care about what other people think. But I do, because of course I'm human. But, you know, and I'm so terrified. So terrified. But it also makes me glad that I'm terrified. Because if I wasn't terrified, that means I'm not like excited or I'm not like thinking about it. So being terrified is an indication that you're about to make a big change in your life. And I mean, it could be the biggest change of your life. Being terrified defines that there's like you're feeling something. And it seems like the worst feeling, but you know, being terrified, you know, it's just a good feeling. Which makes no sense, but it's what I can kind of tell you. So thank you guys for tuning in to my first episode ever. Again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Even if it's just one listener, two listeners, or I don't care how many listeners it is. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast, especially if you listened all the way through. I'm still unsure on what are good days to release a podcast. Today is Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to have it up maybe today, but probably early tomorrow morning. But I don't know what's a good day for you guys. Let me know. You know, shoot me a message. Follow me on Instagram or any platform. These episodes will also be uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to listen on YouTube, you can also listen on YouTube. If you are listening this to Spotify, thank you so much. But wherever you listen, thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to making it this far. But yeah, let me know. And if, give me oh my God. Well, there's some criticism for you, first of all. If you have any criticism for me on how to get better, how to, make this more enjoyable for you guys, let me know. I would really appreciate it, like, cause I really don't know. So if you want to give me criticism, I will take it. It will probably be first, like, yo, learn how to freaking talk. But I'll be like, yeah, dude, let me learn how to freaking talk. But so thank you so much for listening. I also don't know if this is a good like time. I think this is 47 minutes. So I don't know if if you want these shorter, if you want these longer, if you want my news session or news tidbits to be longer, if you want me to talk less about my personal life, if you just want me to talk more about news, let me know. Literally, I am open to everything. Todo es bienvenido, todo es recibido, todo es bien recibido. Entonces, déjame saber, si quieren que hablen más español, también déjame saber eso. Sé que pues yo estoy acostumbrada más a hablar inglés a todos tiempos, pero obvio no se me puede perder esa costumbre de seguir hablando en español. Entonces, si quieren que hablo más español, pues yo hablo más español, no se preocupen. Obvio tengo que maybe practicar más en mi español, pero pues lo que ustedes quieran, aquí estoy, aquí me tienen, yo estoy haciendo esto para ustedes y para mí también, pero obvio quiero que ustedes sigan escuchando, entonces déjame saber cualquier cosa que quieren que mejore, pues todo es bien recibido, como dije. O me pueden mandar un mensaje, o si están escuchando esto por YouTube, déjame saber en los comentarios. Es lo único que no me gusta de los podcasts, que inmediatamente no puedo recibir sus comentarios. Pero si lo quieres escuchar en YouTube, o si lo estás escuchando por Spotify o por otro lado y me quieres dar un consejo o algo para mejorar, puedes ir a mi YouTube y puedes comentar abajo del episodio. Entonces, pues aquí los dejo. Again. Also, almost forgot. If you know anybody that will make me cool music to have in my intro or to have like outro, like I think that would really spice something up in my podcast. I think I would love to have that. I don't know, I don't really know all the copyright reasons for podcasts and everything. So like I really don't know. So if you are a creator and if you will help me and would love to help me and collab with me to make a little jingle for my podcast, reach out to me, reach out on my Instagram, on anything you can find me on, and I would really love to collab with you. So if you make little music, well, not little, but like if you can make me like a little jingle or like something to spice things up, make my podcast a little bit better, shoot me a message and that would be really helpful for me. So, si usted hace música o si usted le gusta eso del audio para hacerme una introducción para mi podcast, pues mándame un mensaje. Me gustaría colaborar con usted. Y pues sí, so, or any art, actually. I also need some art. Honestly, anything, if you want to just collab, shoot me a message. Si quieres colaborar conmigo, si es por un arte o por música o por cualquier cosa, o si quieres que te entreviste, if you want to come and, be a guest on my podcast, like, shoot me a message. Let's collab. Anyways, this is getting a little bit long. So let me just say goodbye to you guys. Buenas noches o buen día, or I don't know what time of day you're watching this. So, but have a good day, have a good night, have a good night rest, have a good, day. Que Dios los bendiga, you and all your family. May God bless you and your whole freaking family. And just stay tuned for the next episode, which will hopefully be Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know, because I'm moving into my college dorm on September 1st, which is next Tuesday. So I really don't know what my schedule will be like, but just stay tuned and have a nice day. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye.